Coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee, you are watching Kings of Country Rap on Richard Davis.
Y'all be careful, my little brother. Hey, hey, turn the light on. Let's see who's on in here.
You're a good.
Hey, y'all be careful. Clay, wait till they all see it.
Well, as you can see, Ryan Upchurch had a fantastic day today. He met with Claywalker, the incredible country singer Claywalker. Who is Claywalker? Well, can Claywalker deliver? Yes, he can. He's going to deliver with Ryan Upchurch also in the recording studio. Can he deliver? That's the question, and he's not afraid of it. In fact, he's positioned himself to answer it squarely, one or another, this year with the new creative business teams and a deep, hard-earned wisdom. Relishes the challenge. I've been prepared myself for this moment in my career, mentally, physically, and artistically, he says. I've never been more ready for what I'm about to do. In a sense, the question is absurd for recording artist, songwriter, and entertainer with 31 charted singles, a dozen number one, 4 platinum albums, and decades of performances to his credit. Titles spanning 15 years and still receiving strong airplay include Live Until I Die, Dreaming with My Eyes Open, This Woman and This Man, Hypnotized, The Moon, Rumor Has It, Then What, Chain of Love, The Chain of Love, I Can't Sleep, and She Won't Be Lonely Long. Walker's still robust touring schedule, 80 shows last year, continues to fuel the interest of his release. Most recently, the 76-song compilation Claywalker. Man, 76 songs. It's awesome. The complete albums, 1993 through 2002. Among them is the chart topper If I Could Make a Living, which just celebrated the 25th anniversary of reaching its airplay peak despite its singer showing no slippage in its celebrated matinee idol looks and megawatt smile. Meanwhile, Walker's native Texas continues to be centerpiece, whether it's performing the national anthem at the 2019 World Series in Houston or giving back at February 2020's Basin Strong concert benefiting victims and families of the recent shootings in Odessa. Nevertheless, country music and sounds embraced by the radio audience don't wait on anyone. As Walker well knows, I've heard all of the different attacks on country across time, he says. He's talking about the complaints about the music and how the music has changed. He says, I went back and listened to a lot of stuff from the 80s, all the DX7 keyboards that came into the genre, sounding so much alike. It was like some dumbed down version of Chicago. It reminded me that this is just evolution and of music, and it's continuing. Walker, for one, is not complaining. He's embracing by working with many of the former top songwriters. This style at radio right now is unique, but these writers really do approach it just like great writers from the past. When they get to the hook, they try to point every line to that idea. That's just great writing, he says, and great writing never changes. Through this process, I've found I absolutely can fit into this format, and I have a hell of a time with a lot more hits coming out. And he's actually doing some recording with Ryan Upchurch at this time too, as you saw some video footage. Upchurch and him got to meet together today. Now, often overlooked in Walker's career has been the balance he has had between writing his own material, much of it solo, including many of his biggest hits, are recording undeniable songs from outside writers. Now, as much as I love writing and I would love to write every song, it's not a smart move in most cases for an artist to write every song they record, he says. Let the music lead. Get the better songs however they come. Now, another way Walker is putting the music out front is an organic approach to production. The combination we're looking for is great writers who already are great producers or have the potential to record something that sounds like a master. That in a sense, you're actually writing the song in one of a complete way, as opposed to handling a demo to someone else and expecting them to make something out of it. Also pointing to Walker's preparedness for the moment is the work that he's done vocally. OFT cited by journalists for his underrated vocal prowess. Walker has grown in a range, strengthened stamina through continuing vocal exercises and technique improvement. A not uncommon occurrence has been other vocalists coming up to him after performances to comment on how rich his voice really sounds. He says, I don't want to get down in the weeds about it, talking to them. I just say thank you. It's something I'm proud of. The workman-like approach to his craft and genuine humility point to the mindset that he carries into other major aspects of being an artist. Live performances, the biggest thrill for an entertainer is seeing the crowd waiting, hoping, and excited, he explains. Everyone is there for you. They want you to put on a great show. They want you to sound great. They want you to put on a show of your life. You've got everything going for you before you even get on stage. So the only thing that can possibly hold you back is you, he says. If that doesn't get you riled up, well, you're in the wrong business. Beyond years of experience in the spotlight, Walker remains a student. I saw Van Morrison in Nashville last year, he explains. Sitting in the 6th row, I watched him do a 75-minute show at 69 or 70 years old. He never spoke, he just sang, and his voice was crystal clear, pristine. It was like he was a conductor with a band and nobody missed a note. It sounded exactly like Van Morrison. I was in complete awe, he says. Also, he says that I know exactly how hard it is to do that. He continues, the sound an artist hears on stage is nowhere near perfect, maybe at 30% of the quality that the audience actually hears. He says that I saw Boss Skaggs at the Ryman, and like Van Morrison, he never hinted, not once, at sound problems. The entire show was seamless. No dead space. The communication on stage was so superior, I couldn't even tell how they were counting out and counting into the songs. That's mastery, he says. Also, he says, what's so exhilarating is that you can't stop. You go back and re-sing a line you messed up. And he says every word, every line counts in real time, hanging over the edge with every note and nailing it. I stepped off the bus for a show in Houston, just stepped off the bus and got chill bumps all over me, all the way to my scalp, anticipating that feeling. I've got the chill bumps right now just thinking about it. He also says that lets you know you're doing what you were born to do. You still love it more than anything, and that's the challenge I face every single day. If I'm not on stage, on that edge, doing it in real time, then I'm working towards it, and I constantly will try. And I'm lucky enough to have a lot of good people around me, on stage, in production, management, who understands the bar that sets the how important it is to meet and challenge every time. Can Claywalker deliver? Yeah. Is he afraid of the question? Hardly. If I had to lay out my ambition, it's to become the master at what I do, he says. He also said I'm a long ways from it, but that's exciting as well because there's a lot of road left. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell so you get all of the latest breaking news and updates on your favorite kings of country rap.